Hottest bag trends of 2025 and why you should consider looking on the pre-loved market before you spend your hard-earned money. But first, hi, I'm Irene, your new self-declared fashion bestie, and I focus on everything from the hot new trends to finding your personal style, because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is that you wear what you're going to wear and that you do it with confidence. So if you're interested in joining in on the journey, think of subscribing down below, because today we're talking about my favorite topic, which is handbags. Now, I've loved handbags since I was a wee girl with my mother shopping for hours in TJ Maxx. And what I really love about handbags is not only the versatility, obviously it's a beautiful accessory, but it's also the idea that these bags trends are cyclical. Something that we saw 6-7 years ago is coming back now. And I've picked 4 of my favorite bag trends that I've been seeing everywhere. I mean, I've seen them on the runways, I've seen them in dupes, I've seen them up and down the streets of New York City. And what I think is really beautiful about it is that you can actually go and buy these same styles for a cheaper price, for a way cheaper price. You can save yourself quite a bit of dinero looking on the resale market. But jumping into the first handbag style, we have the bowler bag. Now, I'm not referring to the bag that you and your family scrounge up on Saturday nights to go to your local lanes, okay? But what I am referring to is this style from the Hermes Spring 2025 runway. And we saw different iterations of this bag in several different shows. I think Jacquemus is a great example for this. Also Alaya, I believe that was from 2024, Maison Margiela in 2024, and that beautiful black and white mix. And from Saint Laurent, they have their own version of this. I also find that this bag is very similar to like the Alma bag in Louis Vuitton. And from Cos, I actually recently purchased and returned this bag. It's a very large bag in a beautiful brown suede, but for me, it was too structured and not slouchy enough, and it honestly reminded me of when we used to have paper dolls back in the day, and like the bag would just stand up on its own like a cardboard bag. And for me, it wasn't for me, but it's beautiful. And because the bag is so iconic and so classic, I highly encourage you to check out the resale market, the pre-owned market, however you want to name it, before you drop your hard-earned cash. Anywhere from the Real to Rebag, Vestiaire Collective, I'm probably missing a couple other ones. But there's so many that are well authenticated. I've personally purchased from the Real. I haven't had a problem. And these style of bags are everywhere. You can literally type in bowling bag and the amount of options that'll come down is crazy. I think a really great bang for your buck is the Louis Vuitton Alma bag. I actually have my own here. Ooh, let's bring her out. Look at her. She's beauty, she's grace, she's Miss United States. But this Alma bag is pretty old. She is a pre-owned beauty, and they come in the classic canvas. I think they also come with the damier print. They also come in epi leather, and these bags in the various different sizes, I don't even know what size this one is. It's pretty big, it's pretty wide. But even in the smaller size, they're going for under $1,000, you know, if you get them vintage, and that adds a little bit more personality. I personally like my bags to look a little bit more worn in, and for the amount of savings, I'm okay if it has a scratch here or there. I've also seen beautiful Chanel, like patent leather bowler bags. Those are also always so fun. This one in particular, in that, I think it's like a purple or like a deep brown, I didn't get her with time. And I regret it, because what a fun piece. I've also seen the Victoria bag from Hermes, which is very similar to that first bag I showed you. And this one comes in so many different leathers and different sizes. I saw this beautiful red one. My favorite was like a mix of canvas and leather. I believe it was like a white canvas and a brown leather. Gorgeous. I didn't get it because I have a wish list and I have to stay on my path. But if I was gonna veer off, it would be for this bag. But bowler bags are here to stay, and they are everywhere. Leaning into our next bag trend, we have the kiss lock / the doctor's bag. Essentially, when I think of a kiss lock, I think of a doctor's bag, so I've grouped them together into one. And I think the bag that stands at the forefront of everybody's mind when they're thinking of a kiss lock is, of course, the Maxi Coach coin purse. But I've included her in a different category, so pop her to the back of your mind, but she does fit under here. Such a cool, interesting locking mechanism. I think it adds a little bit something fresh to any bag, but in particular to this Kate bag from the 2025 fall runway. I really liked it in the black mock croc as well as in the smooth leather. I believe Jill Sander has their own version of it, and I believe Jacquemus's clutch also had the kiss lock as well. So we're going to be seeing this kiss lock pop up in so many different places. Now, what I will say that's really cool about what Kate has done with it is that it's added a bit of a modern twist. I'll say on the resale market, there are tons of these evening bags in the clutch style. I think Bottega is a great example. If you've always dreamed of having like the Bottega knot clutch, do not buy this in person. Go on the resale market. They have so many fun colors, very interesting, and the quality of Bottega is always good, so you don't have to fret. But I also think this one from Mosca della Renta with the silver, like sort of wicker style, is also very fun. I've also found that Prada makes a lot of these kiss lock bags over the years. I know in 2012 they had like a doctor's bag, so you can find this bag in different iterations throughout the internet. This one in particular from Prada, I was very close to getting. My mother did not like it, but that would not stop me. However, this orange color does, because I don't think I'd wear it enough, but she is a fun bag. So yes, I think if you want maybe more of like a modern take on it, the Kate bag is honestly a really great option. But there's so many similar styles to this on the internet, in particular, like I said, Prada. I definitely encourage you to check there. Next up on my list is big clutches. The bigger the better. Now, I told you I'd circle back around to that Coach coin purse. This bag has the potential to be one of the hottest bags of the year. I believe folks have already pre-ordered this. I believe it's going to be sold out. I believe you're going to have to sell your liver on the black market to get it. So I am gracefully bowing out. I'm not going to even try, but for those of you who remember when this came down the runway, this was being posted left, right, and center. It's a good year for Coach. For the Coach Renaissance. Since that Tabby bag, they've been amping up, and this bag is so cool. This bag is so much fun. How usable is this bag? Not very, because that thing is huge. I'm sure it's going to be somewhat heavy. You know, they might have changed it a little bit from, the runway to the actual production of it, but it's probably going to be very heavy. How long can you hold something here? But for those of you who also fell in love with the Bottega clutches from back in the day, and by back in the day, I do mean COVID times. Bring them back out. Bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the bass line's in your mouth. Pow, pow, pow. Because that all falls under this trend of just a little bit of maximalism. I think outside of the Coach bag, Jacquemus really presented these very fun, long clutches. Honestly, they look almost like a hockey stick under someone's arm, but I think it adds a level of fun to it. And I have to give a special shout out because I don't think I would see the day. But this Givenchy clutch, this thing is long. This thing is very long and huge. I love it. I honestly haven't loved a Givenchy bag in a long time. And my favorite one is one that I bought on the resale market for like $200. And it's like this very large, ludicrously capacious tote bag that I love. I use her often. Neither here nor there. But this bag is so chic. Whoever thought of it on the Givenchy team, whoever came up with it, give them a raise. Because this bag is going to be hot. I'm honestly tempted to buy it, but I don't go anywhere. I don't have anywhere to use these clutches. I have 3 that I don't use. For example, we've got this beautiful one in like this velvet material from Zara. We've got this one here from the Joan Rivers collection. Put some respect on her name. Thank you very much. With the gold hardware, a gem. And of course, this one from the Real Real. This is a vintage. I believe this is like an exotic material. She's beautiful. Actually, she fits into this long clutch vibe. She does, this big clutch vibe. And amazing. I've literally worn maybe the exotic one like twice. So I have no need to buy this one, but I'm honestly tempted because I feel like the second the fashion girlies see it, it's gonna go, the price is gonna raise, and right now I think it's at a very fair price. So there's so many on the resale market. I think a great option are like the YSL big tote, like big clutch bags. And what calls to me about this in particular is that like they come in different materials. So some of them are like more of like a shearling. I've seen it like in a velvet. I think I've seen them in leather. I think another great way to do this oversized clutch look, especially if you want something with a little bit more usability, is actually if you buy like a big tote bag. Like I love this one here from Bottega. I don't even know why I'm showing this to y'all. Because if one of you buy this before the price goes down, because that's what I'm waiting for. I need this price to lower. I'm not paying 900 and something for this old bag, okay? But I can see somebody wearing this tote, hopefully me in the future, and folding it down and sort of kind of creating your own clutch moment. I think a good example of these are like, who remembers from Sex and the City when Carrie is running to like ring the bell at Wall Street? She has this beautiful long Dior like tote slash clutch. It like folds over. Perfect, 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 perfect. These are swimming. Well, maybe not the Dior one. The Dior one's hard to find on the resale market. But these other style bags, especially if you get a little bit more inventive with it, you can get a pretty good size, like, structured type of tote. You can get a pretty good size tote bag or top handle bag and just fold it over. Two birds with one stone. Throughout the resale market, everything from Kate Spade to this Bottega one, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So this large bag style is here to stay. Unfortunately, our arms will get a workout because these things are going to be heavy, but fashion is pain. What you going to do? Last up on my list is a Fringe. Now, you can thank Chloe for this. You can thank Chimena Kamali for this, their creative director, because with one fashion show, Chloe has single-handedly done the resurgence of boho. Now, I know that other brands have been doing boho for far longer and that they've been doing it in this time in between, blah, blah, blah. But we really weren't talking about boho chic like that. I'm sorry. We weren't, or at least I wasn't. I particularly want to highlight their two handbags from their recent runway. They're both like in this hobo style. They have this really beautiful fringe coming down. The fringe isn't too long. I think it's a very usable, very versatile bag. I think these bags are honestly going to do really well for them. And I think we also saw this in a little bit of a different way because we always think of Fringe as a little bit more rocker. Gucci had this really cute top handle bag. And it has like this, I think it's in brown, and it has like this beautiful kind of fringe coming, like a fringe sequence coming down. And I feel like that's another really cool way to take Fringe and maybe not do it in, a typical way and kind of adding a new like sort of freshness to it. Zara has these two really beautiful options. I think these are a lot of fun. I think it's nice to sort of, if you're not sure about Fringe, because Fringe is you either love it or you hate it. If you're not sure, this is definitely a great way to go. And if you know you want to invest in like a Fringe bag, but you don't want to spend the Chloe money, I think All Saints or even like Zadig Vaultier, I probably pronounced that wrong, but I believe like those two brands, they always have that rocker kind of vibe to them. But if you want to look a little bit more on the resale, you want to do a little bit more of a deep dive, this YSL bag recently came on the RealReal. Will it still be there by the time I post this video? Probably not. And it has like the very cool, I believe that's like the Mombasa handle, and it's a hobo bag. It has this cool fringe. This other option from YSL, which is more in the bucket, like in a bucket style, I do think the bucket bags are more frequently, I've seen those more frequently with fringe added on. Now the Chloe bags are another great thing to purchase on the resale market. Even C by Chloe, which is like their sister brand, and that's usually at a significantly cheaper price point. I believe if you're looking through the resale market through there, you're gonna find quite a few options. I saw this beautiful Chloe one with the fringe, so definitely a good place to take a look. I also love this one by YSL, and I don't even know why I'm sharing it because it might be sold out by the time I post this out here, and I want it for myself, but where am I going? That is a big bag. So those are my favorite bag trends of 2025. Please let me know which spoke to you. Let me know what bag called to you. And let me know if you've been inspired to check the resale market, because these bags are iconic, they're classic, and they're gonna keep coming back. And if you're able to save some dollars on it, that's a win-win for me. Until next time, bye.